story of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In this video, I am going to show the life and legacy of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This will include the phase of his life before he became a prophet, the 13 years he spent in Makkah, the 10 years he spent in Medina, and the end of his life. Back to the story. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. He was an orphan, as his father passed away before he was born. After years ago, his mother passed away in a city known as S.A.W. Both of his parents were gone before his 7th birthday. Just a few short years later, his grandfather also passed away when Muhammad was 8 years old. He was deprived of parental love at a very young age. Abu Talib became his new guardian. To know how Prophet met Khadija, follow for part 2. Story of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, part 2. In the previous video, we watched how Prophet Muhammad was deprived in parental love in a very young age, but if you didn't watch part 1, watch it first. The people of Makkah admired Prophet's noble character and gave him the title Al-Amin, the trustworthy. He later found employment with a successful merchant in Makkah by the name of Khadija. Khadija would eventually take an interest in him, and not long after the two would get married. Muhammad, peace be upon him, married Khadija at the age of 25. To know how Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam being chosen as a prophet of Allah. Follow for part 3. Story of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, part 3. In the previous video, we watch how Khadija took interest in Prophet, peace be upon him, but if you didn't watch part 2, watch it first. One day during one of his retreats in the year 610, at the time he was 40 years old, the angel Jibril suddenly appeared before him. The angel came to him and asked him to read. The Prophet, peace be upon him, replied, I do not know how to read. The Prophet was caught 3 times. The angels then released me and said, read, and your Lord is the most generous. Muhammad, peace be upon him, left the cave and hurried home. He immediately went to his wife Khadija and explained what happened to him in the cave of Hira, saying, I feared for myself. Muhammad had now become a prophet of Allah. Khadija would become the first person to accept Islam.